Welcome to the Weekly Option, the podcast for people interested in trading stock options. Each week, we cover trade ideas and opportunities in the stock market right now. Whether you're a beginner, a professional, or just curious about options, this is the show for you. Let's get started. Welcome to the Weekly Option. This is episode 336 on August the 16th, 2024. I'm your host, Eric, and in this week's show, we'll cover the trades from last week on Aurora Cannabis, GameStop Corporation, and General Motors, and we discuss three new trades on ChargePoint Holdings, Petróleo Brasileiro, and DraftKings. Now, it's always great to hear from listeners. If you have any questions about the trades presented here on the show or even about your own positions, feel free to email me. You can email questions to eric@theweeklyoption.com. That's ERIC@theweeklyoption.com. I've also created a few videos to teach you all the basics of option trading that you'll need to know to be able to follow along with me on the show. You can visit our website and click on the videos tab to watch them, or visit the YouTube channel for the Weekly Option. Now, the market snapped a multi-week decline this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 1,162 points, closing on Friday at 40,659 points. The S&P 500 index picked up 210 points, ending the week at 5,554 points. And now it's time for the topic of the week. The topic of the week is what a difference a day makes. There's a great song by Dinah Washington made a long time ago called What a Difference a Day Makes. And if I didn't think that if I really wanted to pain you guys, I would sing a little bit of it, but I'm not going to do that today. The gist of the song is that her life changed from one day to the next. There have been a number of times when my entire view of the market shifted after one day. Think of the day before Black Monday in 1987, or maybe it was the day before the pandemic crashed markets in 2020. One more bar, one more day of data changed everything. That has led me to be more patient in my trading style. And patience is not something that comes easily for me, trust me. But it has protected me several times. One more day of data or one more bar on a 3-minute chart has been the difference between making and losing money multiple times. So when you're frustrated or uncertain of the right setup for a trade you'd like to make, wait for one more bar of data. That one bar might be the difference between a profit or a loss. Now, sometimes that bar means that you actually missed the trade. If you miss a trade, don't chase it. Don't have FOMO, fear of missing out. There will be another trade, trust me. Missing a trade is better than losing money on a trade because you got a little impatient. Oh, what a difference a day makes. So that's it for the topic of the week. Let's get into the review of last week's trades. We're going to start off with the covered call on Aurora Cannabis. Symbol A as in Alpha, C as in Charlie, B as in Bravo. At the time, the stock was trading for $6.46 per share. I looked at buying stock and selling the September 7 call at 47 cents, hoping for a return of 15.63% in 6 weeks. Well, shares of Aurora Cannabis rose 52 cents, ending the week at $6.98 per share. The out-of-the-money call option we sold gained 25 cents, leaving us with a net gain of 27 cents on the week if we were to close the trade out immediately. Now, we are only 2 cents away from the strike of the option, which means this trade is working out as planned. The share price is 99 cents above our break-even price, so no adjustments are needed at all on this one. You'll need to track the stock over the next 5 weeks just to make sure that the trade remains profitable, but so far, so good on trade number 1. Next up, we have the credit spread on GameStop Corporation, symbol G as in Golf, M as in Mike, E as in Echo. At the time, the stock was trading for $21.94 per share. I looked at selling the September 21/20 put spread at 38 cents. That could give us a maximum possible loss of 62 cents per spread. Well, shares of GameStop rose 44 cents, ending the week at $22.38 per share. The out-of-the-money put spread that we sold is even further out of the money. Now, the stock price is nearly $2 above the break-even point, so this trade is definitely working out too. Our goal is for the stock to expire above $21 per share, which would allow us to keep the full premium that we collected for selling that option. This has been a nice way to start the trade off, so keep track of it for the next few weeks, like I said, but on this one, so far so good as well. And then our final trade from last week was a debit spread on General Motors, symbol G as in golf, M as in Mike. At the time, the stock was trading for $43.47 per share. I looked at buying the September 42.43 call spread for 66 cents. That could give us a maximum gain of 34 cents, or that would be a 51.52% return in 6 weeks. Well, shares of GM rose $1.85, ending the week at $45.32 per share. The in-the-money call spread that we sold is now even deeper in the money. The share price is nearly $3 above our break-even point, which is great. So this trade is a winner on the week as well. Since there are 5 weeks left until expiration, you'll definitely want to keep track of the stock price. This one has started off good too, so no adjustments are needed. There are some ways to try to expand this spread, make it a larger spread to try to gain a little bit more profit. But if you want more news on this one specifically, feel free to email me. Otherwise, if you've been listening to the show for a while, you've probably picked up a technique, one of my favorite techniques for expanding these debit spreads. So that's it for GM and for the review of this week's trade, last week's trades really. Today was options expiration for all August monthly options. All new trades on today's show will use the September 20th expiration for monthly options in the month of September. So without further ado, let's get into some new trades, all right? We're going to start off with the cover call on ChargePoint Holdings, symbol C as in Charlie, H as in Hotel, P as in Papa, T as in Tango. The stock ended the week at $1.78 per share. I'm looking at buying stock and selling the September 2 call at 14 cents, hoping for a 20.22% return in 5 weeks. Now you enter this trade by buying stock at $1.78 and selling the September 2 call at 14 cents. This trade makes the most money if stock prices finish above $2 per share. The break-even price is $1.64 per share, and in real terms, the stock purchase would require $178, and you'll collect $14 for selling the option. Next up, we have a credit spread looking at Petróleo Brasileiro, otherwise known as Petro Brazil, symbol P as in Papa, B as in Bravo, R as in Romeo. The stock ended the week at $15.16 per share. I'm looking at selling the September 15-14 put spread at 32 cents. That could give us a maximum possible loss of 68 cents per spread. Now you enter this trade by selling the September 15 put at 50 cents and concurrently buying the September 14 put for 18 cents. This is a credit spread because we are selling the spread, and this trade makes the most money if stock prices expire above $15 per share. The break-even price on this one is $14.68 per share. In real terms, you'll receive $32 per spread that you sell and have $68 at risk. And our final trade on the week is a debit spread on DraftKings, symbol D as in Delta, K as in Kilo, N as in November, G as in Golf. The stock ended the week at $34.14 per share. I'm looking at buying the September 33-34 call spread for 61 cents. That could give us a maximum gain of 39 cents, or that's a 63.93% return in 5 weeks. Not bad. Now you enter this trade by buying the September 33 call for $2.61 and selling the September 34 call at $2. This is a debit spread because we are buying the spread, and this trade makes the most money if stock prices expire above $34 per share. The break-even price is $33.61 per share. In real terms, you'll pay $61 to enter your spread, and your maximum gain is $39 per spread. So that's it for this week's show. You know, whenever I win on all 3 trades, we do end up with a shorter show, so that's the reason this one was pretty quick. But nonetheless, I know that you guys are getting good information out of it and great education, hopefully. Speaking of education, of course, if you are interested in joining the 3-month option coaching program, we are wrapping up the last option trading program, and both guys who really focused on it have already mentioned how valuable this is. I know that it's going to be valuable for you as well. I've had dozens at this point of students who have given me positive feedback and still are in touch with me regarding the training videos and the time on the phone. Now, this is not a program that you would want to sign up for if you are not serious about actually learning to trade options. This is not a program to sign up for if you just want to sign up for something and think that you're going to just learn by osmosis. You will be expected to watch videos, and then we're going to talk about it. We're going to actually have conversations that help me understand where you're not picking up the concepts. The beauty of that is this isn't just another book that won't respond to you. This isn't just another YouTube video that you can watch. This is actually hopping on a Zoom call, possibly even a phone, with me and with other students, and being able to get answers to your questions and actually have someone understand when you aren't understanding. I'm really good at simplifying these trades and helping people kind of get over the hump on how to become profitable making trades, or at least how to stop hemorrhaging money trading options. It blows my mind how many non-professionals tell me that they made one option trade, lost money, and stopped trading options. I just look at them and I tell them, like, I know you're in the stock market, and this is literally the other side of the trade. This is how Wall Street truly does limit its risk and lock in larger profits, selling and occasionally buying options. This is the game. You can't, in my mind, just focus on trading stock and not also understand the beauty and the freedom that comes from trading options as well. So anywho, you guys know I already am kind of a cheerleader for option trading. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this show for so long. I love it. I love talking about it. I can talk your ear off about it. So I won't bore you any longer today. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Hey, if you're interested in some coaching, definitely shoot me an email, eric@theweeklyoption.com. I'm super easy to reach. We'll probably hop on a phone. You'll find that it's actually me. You'll hear my voice, the same voice you're listening to now, and we'll probably have a few laughs and get into it. So give me a call, shoot me an email, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. And as always, happy trading. Thank you for listening to the Weekly Option Podcast. Please subscribe to our show and visit us at www.theweeklyoption.com. Disclaimer, there is a very high degree of risk involved in trading. The indicators and strategies described in this podcast are for educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. For our full disclaimer, visit our website at www.theweeklyoption.com.